Enneagram Type 6, are you one? The faithful skeptic. Are you the one who is consistently obedient and devoted? Do you believe that individuals can't be trusted readily and that the world is unpredictable? Do double messages generally upset you? Do people frequently depend on you? Are you constantly thinking about what could go wrong? Let's determine if you are an Enneagram 6 type. 6s favor security and stability. You'll never lower your guard. You might occasionally double-check every piece of information that you receive. You'll never stop worrying about what might happen and whether you have the means to handle the situation. You are so inclined to skepticism. You're naturally cautious when you're 6. Additionally, you are dependable, loyal, vigilant, and constantly consider what is best for the community. You may worry about losing your network of support, but you'll be quite invested in close friendships. You will always be devoted to, loyal to, and caring to your family, friends, and friends. It would be interesting to learn more about you. Enneagram 6 people are strong and secure, but they always come across as doubtful and skeptical. They frequently reason things out using logic. 6s are trustworthy, analytical, and prefer a secure life. They continue to be dedicated to protecting themselves against danger and deception. 6s are wary and on the watch. As a result, they can spot trouble far earlier than others. You will always abide by social norms because you are an Enneagram 6 personality type. Even though you are aware that it is not at all worthy, you are not the one to question the rules. Enneagram 6 people are loyal, dependable, trustworthy, secure, and well liked by others. They are also known as loyal skeptics. On the other hand, they are cautious individuals who carefully consider all options before making a choice. You are wary because you believe that there is no safety in the world and that you could easily fall victim to lies and hatred. You should therefore keep yourself vigilant and shielded from all sin. The Enneagram 6 personality type is realistic and practical. Before putting their faith in someone or something, they can scrutinize every little detail. Their fundamental need is to live in safety and security. These people typically make informed decisions. They occasionally tend to imagine the worst-case situation and may doubt their capacity to cope or survive it. Skeptics follow established traditions. They are rigid and want to adhere to routines and norms. They do this out of fear of being left behind, excluded, and losing support from friends and family. To be safe and hassle-free, people with Enneagram Type 6 have a propensity to carefully consider the circumstance before making a decision. What can an Enneagram 6 anticipate from life? If you are an Enneagram 6, you can anticipate the following behaviors in yourself. Being an Enneagram 6, you'll always be wary of the people and situations you encounter. You can believe that the world is dangerous and that you must be brave to defend yourself from potential dangers. Your life's philosophy should be to be cautious while still being devoted and faithful to others. Having a solid support system of dependable friends and family will act as armor for you. Since loyalty is vital to you, you will be cautious about whom you put your faith in, like the majority of 6s. You will be loyal and obedient to the people and things you cherish. Additionally, you are attentive and watchful. You can become quite aware of any troubles that seem to endanger your emotional stability or that are only modest in nature. Being a 6, you'll do your best to reduce the dangers and risks around you by being ready to deal with challenges when they arise. The Enneagram 6 is a terrific socialite as well. They prefer to collaborate closely with others. You favor cooperative group activities as well. Building a safe and secure social group that is dependable is beneficial. As an Enneagram 6, you are prone to worry and anxiety, yet you can also be courageous when facing challenges. You want to be ready since you'll feel uncomfortable if something goes wrong. You won't be able to trust others readily. Before you let someone get close to you, they will have to earn your trust. You tend to consider what could go wrong and how to handle it, so your guard is always up. Finding peace of mind is challenging since your inner self is filled with uncertainty and fear. Your issue is that even though you need others to feel safe, you do not trust them. The relationships you have with those around you will be meaningless. 6 personality qualities of the Enneagram, adjectives that describes you. Your personality fits the following description: trustworthy / loyal / responsible, inquisitive, dutiful, excellent pal, caring, collaborative, analytical / persevering, skeptical / vigilant, overly cautious, self-blame propensities, uncertain / worrying. Enneagram Type 6. Thinking style. An analytical thinker is the Enneagram 6 type. They have positive attitudes about life. They verify all the information that is provided to them to protect themselves from threats. These people never make snap decisions. They can quickly sweep over difficulties because they think in detail. Despite their skill in solving problems, they are nonetheless dubious of simple solutions. They frequently cast doubt on a solution's dependability. The devoted skeptic harbors reservations and suspicions. They, therefore, have plenty of unresolved issues. They are looking for safety and security. Any perceived threat can make them feel either withdrawn or hostile. They frequently engage in dualities in their mental processes, leaving them perplexed as to what to do next. On the one hand, they want to know what is obvious, but on the other, they also want to know what is happening behind the scenes. The unspoken realities can occasionally leave people feeling exposed and uneasy. Enneagram Type 6, Feelings. People with a 6 are tense and worried. They frequently consider the worst-case scenarios and if they will be able to recover from them. 6s could experience minor anxiety, apprehension, or even panic attacks. Enneagram Type 6 reacts emotionally. They have the freedom to publicly communicate their worries and fears. They may immediately alter their coping method if they discover that their current guard is insufficiently protective. 6s can only feel secure and content when things are going their way. They lack the resilience to handle stress well. Their internal fortifications may crumble, leaving them vulnerable. They also frequently project their innate worries onto others, doubting and second-guessing them for no apparent reason because they never linger on positivity. They create self-doubt in others to placate themselves. These individuals merely seek to minimize the impact of risks in their lives. Action pattern, Enneagram Type 6. Enneagram 6s are challenging to categorize since they exhibit opposing traits. These people are strong, dependable, and loyal in one sense. In contrast, they are highly critical, careful, and cynical about everything in life. They take a very long time to trust individuals and circumstances. We must first define the two sorts of behavior that 6s exhibit to comprehend the action patterns of the Enneagram 6. We encounter two different Enneagram 6 types every day. The 6 phobic. The 6 counterphobic. The phobic 6s are people that constantly act in a worrier-like manner and are scared, worried, unsure, and insecure. They are deprived of their happiness and inner tranquility. Preoccupied with perceiving the negative aspects of life. The phobic 6 are less self-assured, and distrustful, and prefer to remain in familiar surroundings free from dangers and risks. The counterphobic 6s are aggressive and attempt to rule their environment by flaunting their lack of fear and apprehension. They bravely handle threats and get themselves out of danger. They appear to disregard warnings and disobey orders. These individuals are daredevils who can survive in an uncertain environment by having a strong mind and being independent. To re-establish an inner balance of happiness and peace, Enneagram 6 either strives to avoid threats or battle them out totally. 10 telltale signs you're an Enneagram 6. If someone has ever said that you have an excessive sense of security and that you are nothing more than a skeptic, then you exhibit many of the characteristics of Enneagram Type 6. 1. A 6 on the Enneagram is scary. Being a 6, you fear abandonment and being left in the crowd to suffer alone. Your ongoing insecurities are the cause of your worry. You lack the confidence to deal with difficulties. You experience self-doubt, which makes you fearful. When you leave the house, you could check the door lock several times if you are an Enneagram 6. You frequently double-check items like your wallet, phone, and other possessions. There will be occasions when you may do things much earlier than necessary out of dread of being delayed, such as being at the airport 5 hours early or the doctor's office well ahead of time. 2. You only have a few reliable buddies. People with Enneagram Type 6 have a select group of pals who have been through numerous trials and tribulations with them. They are dependable, and you can count on them when you need them. 6s have trouble trusting individuals who may have lately joined their friend circle. Though you like to mix with others in social settings, you are not at all a people person. Enneagram 6 people perform their jobs independently. They cannot be classified as team players because they do not do well in large groupings. For those who are close to you, you are a trustworthy and devoted friend. Because they know you are too skilled at it, others could turn to you for assistance and counsel. 3. 6s are not easily trusted by others. Personality Type 6 on the Enneagram is distrustful and suspicious of other people's motives and whereabouts. They never take someone else at their word. These people struggle with trust because they want to constantly be protected. The background of anybody they meet or interact with may be thoroughly investigated by 6s. Before totally trusting them, they go through every detail. 6s are also known for never forgetting other people's misbehavior. Though they may pardon, They never forget. Never enjoy backbiting or gossiping are 6s. They dislike those who commit such crimes as well. They frequently hesitate before opening themselves to others. 4. 6s are dependable and obedient. You are a trustworthy person because of your intense loyalty. You are an excellent friend and a teacher since you are 6. You'll adhere tenaciously to your close bonds. You can even take a variety of actions to help and direct them. For the people in their lives who matter most, Enneagram 6 people are the ones who can do anything. You might occasionally remain in contact with a neighbor who long ago left the area. This personality type has a patient listening disposition. They can retain their pals' secrets for all time. Their devotion is simply unsurpassed. You might continue in your current position for a long time at work as well. As a result, you are reliable as well. 5. 6s enjoy having control over their local environment. You want to be always safe, therefore you should always be ready to deal with challenges. You might believe that if you have control over the environment you're in, you'll have no trouble controlling it. Being an Enneagram 6, you will check the availability of tables at your preferred eatery before going there to eat with your family. You must make your preparations in advance to avoid developing internal insecurity. It could seem as though you no longer have control over the issue. You would rather be in the driver's seat than relax in the back if you were taking a lengthy trip. You feel at ease and comforted by this sense of control over the circumstance. Enneagram 6s are sentimental and emotional, so 6s have strong emotions and experience happy memories of the past. No matter how unpleasant the memories may be, they always try to keep them. As a result, 6s will find it difficult to let go of things easily. They could also feel entrapped in agony. These people might attach emotive worth to impersonal things like a house, a location, or a specific community. They feel sentimental and nostalgic as a result. You cannot remove the contact information of former friends and coworkers since you are an Enneagram 6. The present your parents gave you on your 18th birthday can still be with you. You might have no more room on your phone's memory because you've never erased a single family photo. In a certain way, you love to treasure every memory from your early years since it helps you feel emotionally linked to everyone. 7. You are intended for all types of listing and planning. You will always like planning and structure because you are an Enneagram 6. This gives you a sense of security. You might believe the circumstance influences you as well. 6s are the ones who always have a list in place before they visit a supply store. Before purchasing anything off the store rack, you will always double-check the price. To keep track of everything and ensure that nothing is misplaced, you might occasionally use labels, stickers, and post-it notes all over the house. 6s enjoy keeping their living area organized. Their home is tidy and little. It might also resemble an image. You prefer routines and timetables, and you'll always follow them if you're an Enneagram 6. You might appear to utilize a planning book occasionally to maintain organization. 8. You're not cut out for a carefree and impulsive lifestyle. You are a well-organized individual, as was already mentioned. Even if it's for fun, you don't like impulsive behavior. You detest being late for a scheduled event. If your friend arrives late for dinner, you'll probably call them every 10 minutes to see how things are going. You detest waiting and would rather not do it unless it was required. If they are running late for an appointment, 6s will repeatedly apologize. You happen to be a very serious person who despises waiting. A gathering that was unexpectedly scheduled may be missed because you were unprepared. 9. 6s typically prepare for the worst to maintain their mental stability. If anything, you'll prepare for the worst-case scenario. You feel protected and secure as a result. If you are an Enneagram 6, you detest last-minute scrambling and prefer to be ready for anything. You are the one who will let someone know before leaving, either at home or at work. To keep people informed, you want to let them know where you are going. Most of the time, you'll have several backup plans so that you can fall back on them if something goes wrong. Your methodical thinking wants everything prepared and finished well in advance of anything happening. 10. You make deliberate decisions. Enneagram 6s are excellent decision makers. They follow reason and logic. To comprehend the person or circumstance at hand, they typically observe both the small details and the wider picture. These people never make snap decisions. They make decisions deliberately and patiently using tried and true methods.